So when was the last time you tried doing something for the first time? On June 2017, for the first time, I saved myself from.
Hi, brothers!
What's up, good people? Welcome to My Brothers Podcast. My name is Asif bin Azad, welcoming you to today's episode where I will be talking about depression and mental health. And nope, আজকে আমি যা বলবো এগুলো কোনো গুগল কোটস না, এগুলো বেসিক বুলশিট বলবো না. Whatever I'm gonna tell you are the things that I have experienced firsthand. And long story short, I'll just tell about my story. And whatever I'll tell you today is something that I told only 3 or 4 people. And today is the first time I have decided to speak up. Yes, this is about depression and mental health. And firstly, I know how fucked up our society is. Let me just clarify one thing. I'm not a depressing person. I am not depressed in life right now. I'm very stable. My mental health is, alhamdulillah, I'm doing really good. But depression is a phase. And সবার ইউসি আমাদের 5টা আঙ্গুল যেরকম সেম না, সবার স্টোরি ডিফারেন্ট হতে পারে. আমি আমার এক্সপিরিয়েন্স থেকে বলবো. বিকজ you know, when I said when you did something for the first time, alhamdulillah, I'm so happy that I did not end up taking my life, but I have experienced what that shit feels like. It's traumatizing. And someone who's going through such a tough phase, you really need to put yourself in that person's shoe. তুমি যতই মাথা নাড়াও কিন্তু কিছুই বুঝো না. Like, really, seriously, take 2 steps back and try to freaking understand what's up. All right? It's very easy to say, suicide করলে জাহান্নামে যাবে না. জানি. Suicide is not the option. জানি. These are all basic stuff. But do you really know what the person is freaking going through? এত মানে সেম শিট, সবাই একই বুলশিট বলতে থাকে. ওকে, আর একটু ডিপ্রেসিং কিছু শুনলে সবাই সিম্প্যাথি দেয়. নো, সিম্প্যাথি না, এমপ্যাথি লাগবে আগে. ওকে, just like everyone else, I've had good days, bad days, and there was a period of time when I was not the happiest, or I was not just satisfied. My life was great. Regularly, generally, I was happy, but still I was not happy inside. Makes sense? I don't know, but it's exactly what it is. I had a stable job, I had good earnings, I had friends. I'm not talking about Facebook friends, I'm not talking about professional friends, I'm not talking about acquaintances যাদের সাথে প্রত্যেকদিন দেখা হয়, but not necessarily they're your friends, because your friends are the real ones. All right? Even I was laughing, I was smiling, I was doing everything, but I was just not happy into the core. Like, you know, core, shikor, root level, I was not happy. And now I know, তখন I could not really figure out what's going on, because পুরো জিনিসটা আমার কাছে একটু, it came in like a wrecking ball, right? পুরো জিনিসটা was a low blow, like what's happening? Because depression phase টা না, I'll tell you from what I have experienced. It's a phase when you're slacking, কিছু ভাল লাগে না, like, you know, you feel hollow, you feel dark. You know, it's not even negative energy, you feel there's some sort of dark energy. And eating habit is not the best, you're not living a very healthy lifestyle. You don't even feel like talking about it. You know, এখানে একটা জিনিস আমি বলবো, বলে না যে talk to someone who's depressed. এটা এরকম, it's not so easy. Like, you know, hey Mr. X, are you depressed? Yes, Mr. Y. Okay, Mr. X, talk to me. No, it's not that simple. Like, you know, it's really hard for the person to even, you know, speak up, because that person is going through a fear that what if no one's gonna understand what I going through, right? Because I felt like that. I felt like, what if no one will understand what I'm going through, because maybe the way I'm gonna talk won't make sense. Also, on top of that, আমি গুছায় কথা বলতে পারি না. সো আমার জন্য তো ডাবল প্রবলেম ছিল যে একে তো বুঝাইতে পারি না, তার উপর থেকে আমি যেটা বলবো won't make sense. Because বাইরে থেকে externally everything looks fine. right? Back then I had a girlfriend, সবাই জানতো, but কেউ এটা জানতো না that my relationship was a toxic relationship, right? Which did play a part. But internally surface level সবাই থাকে, but root level কেউ যায় না, no one like takes a deep dive into it. But আজকে now I know what was really going wrong with me back then. Two things. One, I had no one to talk to. You need to understand when I'm saying this. I had a girlfriend, I had friends, I had family, but still I felt I have no one to talk to, as in that shoulder was missing who will really understand what I'm trying to say. In fact, I was in a state where I'm like, I know that I will not be able to make myself understand properly. I will not be able to explain properly, but কে ব্যাপারটা বুঝে নিতে পারবে, আমি ওই মানুষটাকে পাইনি, বা আই ফেল্ট লাইক কেউ হয়তো এরকম নাই যে বুঝবে. And secondly, all the negativity I got from the internet, from the keyboard warriors. Unfortunately, এটা আজকে এটা নিয়ে বলছি, বাট যখন এটা হচ্ছিল তখন আমি এটা নিয়ে কথা বলিনি. অ্যান্ড অফকোর্স স্যাররা জানতো না আমার লাইফের কী অবস্থা. ওই টাইমটাতে হচ্ছে কি এই যে রোস্টিং কালচারটা আসলো বাংলাদেশে, এটা ওই প্রসঙ্গে নাই যাই যে রোস্টিং ইজ সাপোজ টু বি ফান, ইটস নট সাপোজ টু বি লো দেওয়ার মতন কিছু না, রাইট? লেটস নট ইভেন গেট দেয়ার, বাট ইয়া, আমরা এখানে তুমি যদি নাইভ অ্যাক্ট করো আমার কিছু করার নাই, বিকজ আমরা সবাই জানি যে আমরা ইন্টারনেটে কতটাই ইউনো যাতা করি, আমরা একটা মানুষকে ছিঁড়ে ফেলি, লাইক আই সেড ইন দ্য লাস্ট এপিসোড. অ্যান্ড যারা আমার মতন যারা এই সেক্টরে কাজ করে ওদের তো আরও বেশি ফেস করতে হয়, রাইট? So two things. One was I could not unwind, I could not release. আমি কাজ করে বাসায় আসতাম, আসার পর I would feel nothing, blank, just dark, there was nothing. And that's one thing I could not release. And another thing was, even if I would write hi, ওইটার নিচে অকত ভাষায় কথাবার্তা, আর তখন হচ্ছে ওই যে ঠিক আমাদের দেশে ইটস রিয়েলি ফানি ম্যান, এই যে পচাই দিতে পারাটা একটা ট্যালেন্টের মতন হয়ে গেছে, স্যার ব্রো পচাই দিছি, স্টুপিড ইডিয়েট. নো, ইউ ডু, তোমার কাছে যেটা মজা লাগতেছে এটা আরেকজনের কাছে মজা না. সিরিয়াসলি, ইটস নট ফানি, বিকজ তুমি যে ইন্টেনশন থেকে বলো, তোমার ইন্টেনশন ইজ নট টু হ্যাভ ফান, তোমার ইন্টেনশন হচ্ছে গিয়ে মজা নেওয়া. অ্যান্ড হোয়াট ইউ গাইজ ডু, ইউ গাইজ টেক ইট টু আ নেক্সট লেভেল. God forbid you should not go through this. If you have ever done that, God forbid, I don't want you to go through this. Because you're that pussy who does not have the balls to face that. তোমরা খালি যে পর্দার পিছন থেকে তোমরা খালি বলতে পারবা. You will not be able to take what a person goes through. If you think I'm exaggerating, fucker, you have no idea what it feels like. তুমি কিছু করো না, তুমি বসে আসো, ইম্যাজিন আই এম জাস্ট সিটিং লাইক দিস, আমার পিছনে 100টা মানুষ যাদেরকে আমি চিনিও না, জীবনে কিছু করি না, ওরা এসে আমাকে করে আমাকে জাস্ট যাতা বলে যাচ্ছে, and I'm like, what the fuck have I done, dude? Who are you? Why are you even talking to me? It's like that. So yeah, two things, right? These two things, negativity, and I felt that person I don't have in life. If I'm not wrong, জুনের 25 তারিখের দিকে ঈদ ছিল, তার আগে থেকেই না I could feel the build up, just something is happening within me that I am not really entertaining. And চাঁদরাতের দিন I was this close from committing suicide. There you go, I just said it. And exactly it was in this room, and I will share the story what happened that night. Now, before I share that, let me tell you one thing. আমার জন্মের পর থেকে এখন পর্যন্ত আই ফেসড ইট ওয়ান্স ইন মাই লাইফ, আর ওটা ছিল 2017 ওই চাঁদরাতে. আমি জীবনে হাত পা কাটি নাই, আমি জীবনে এরকম ডিপ্রেসড হই নাই, স্যাড স্টোরিজ নাই, ওকে? বাট যেটা হলো আমি জানি যে মানে আমরা তো আমি 2014 থেকে আমি ইন্টারনেটে কাজ করা শুরু করলাম, সো তখন থেকে এরকম মানুষের মানে বুলশিট বিহেভিয়ারগুলো দেখতে দেখতে অনেকটা অভ্যস্ত হয়ে গেছিলাম। বাট একটা টাইম থাকে যখন আহ, দেওয়ালে পিঠ থেকে যায় বলে না, ওরকম মানে ভলক্যানিক ইরাপশনের মতন হয়। সো ওইটা মোস্ট প্রবলি আমার একটা পিক টাইম ছিল, যখন আমার পুরো জিনিসটাকে আমি ইট জাস্ট ব্লাস্টেড। আই রিমেম্বার আমি ঠিক বিছনায় আমি শোয়া ছিলাম সামনে, আহ, কিচ্ছু হয় না ওই দিনকে, কিচ্ছু হয় না। আই ওয়াজ জাস্ট লাইং ডাউন অ্যান্ড আই ফেল্ট ইটস টাইম হি ইজ কলিং মি। I kid you not, I just felt it's time for me to go. And let's just say I was like, the whole thing was as if I was hallucinating. I was tripping balls. It's like that. I got up. I started thinking, okay, so I'm about to die. What do I do? Do I cut myself? I can't do that. I'm scared to do that. I'm scared to harm myself. Like, cutting will, it's a process. Because it's not in me. I should look for something that's gonna instantly kill me, so that I don't feel the pain. I don't feel the pain, and I just leave. Just get the fuck out of here. It's like that. I walked to the kitchen, and I was looking for things. I don't know what was I looking for. আমি জানতাম না যে আমি এক্স্যাক্টলি কী চাই। I was just looking for an object, and আমি ওইভাবে পাচ্ছিলাম না কিছু। And then I was like, that's fine. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna look for it later. Since I'm gonna die after a while, um, I should be clean. I took a shower. I cleaned up. I came into the room, and I was standing in front of my closet. And that changed my life. I was standing in front of the closet, and I was standing in front of the mirror, and I looked at myself. And guys, I don't know if you will be able to, but please try to, understand what I'm trying to say. I had a flashback of everything I have done in life. Like from class 7, from grade 7, I have been an independent person. I have not done a lot in life, but whatever I have done, it's a lot, man. Like, I am bloody self-made, and even like everything, I got it with my own money, and I worked hard for it, right? Bangladesh, our education is very expensive. Studying with your own money, giving O levels, A levels, university, it's not easy. It's pretty expensive. I did it. What I have achieved is a lot for me. It can be like tiny for someone else, but for me it's a lot, right? And I know there's a long way to go. I had all those flashbacks. I had flashbacks of like even if I had কথা কাটাকাটি with parents, আমার তাও ওইগুলো মাথায় আসে না। All the smiles came to my head. All the good things came to my head, and I had like around 2-3 minutes আমি জাস্ট আয়নার সামনে দাঁড়ায়, I was just staring at myself, আর পুরা মানে ফ্ল্যাশব্যাক হচ্ছে আমার। অ্যান্ড অ্যাট ওয়ান পয়েন্ট আমি আমার হাতটাকে উঠায় দেখলাম যে আমার হাতটা জাস্ট ইটস শেকিং। অ্যান্ড মেবি দ্যাটস ওয়েন আমার পুরো ট্রিপটা কাটলো। And I was like, what the fuck was happening এতক্ষণ? Why would I think that it's time for me to go? Like, yes, all this negativity, it took over. The energy took over. আমি যতই পজিটিভ থাকার চেষ্টা করি পারিনি, because the negative energy was so much. Majority wins. Like, it's like that. So it took over, and I was like, whoa, dude, this is crazy. I still remember তখন আব্বু জাস্ট ডাইনিং টেবিলে বসা, আম্মু বাসায় ছিল না। মাই ব্রাদার ডিড নট লিভ ইন কান্ট্রি, It was just me and my father in the house. I ran out of my house রাত 11টার দিকে. I ran out of my house because I was scared যে যদি আমি আবার if I stay back, what if ওই চিন্তাটা আমার আবার আসে, what if I end up doing something? Because I realized যে এতক্ষণে যে কিচেনে যেও আমি যা জিনিসপত্র দেখলাম and all that, এগুলো, dude, I was not doing it in my consciousness. Like, I don't know how to explain, you know. I don't know what made me do all these, but I was just scared and I did not want to take a risk because I fucking love my life. I did not want to take a risk. So I just ran out of my house. I went to my girlfriend back then, the toxic relationship I was talking about. Oh, আমাকে ফাড়ায় বসিয়ে দিল. You took so much time. তোমার সাথে এতক্ষণ time লাগে. I'm like, no, babe, this is not the time. Like, I'm gonna explain everything to you, but no, right now, আমাকে bullshit গুলো দিও না, just hear me out. Anyway, that's, you know, another story, but I did not get the best treatment, but যাই হোক, I crossed that. And তারপরে when I got back home, I remember I was like, dude, I have to change something about me, and I trimmed my beard একদম, because you feel me, bro? Like, আমি এমন একটা জায়গায় ছিলাম যখন আমার জাস্ট মনে হলো যে, you know, আমার লুকস কিছু একটা চেঞ্জ করতে হবে, বিকজ এইটা আমার ভালো লাগতেছে না দেখতে. I felt like changing things. I came home, I trimmed my beard, I changed the bed sheet, and it's all happening like চান রাতে, মানে কালকে ঈদ, সকালবেলা ঈদের নামাজ পড়তে যাব, তার আগের রাতে এগুলো হচ্ছে. অ্যান্ড আই নো ওই মোমেন্টে যদি আমি আমার প্যারেন্টসকেও যদি বলতাম, তারা বুঝতো না হাউ fucked up my situation was. I was going through a bad time. It was a bad time. And then I was like, okay, like, thank God I did it. Like, I did it by not doing it. I made it. I was very happy. I was very happy because when I came back to my senses, dude, it was scary. What the fuck was I thinking? কি হচ্ছিল তখন আমার সাথে এটা, right? And তারপরে যেটা হলো, I'm not crying. আমার just কি জানি. And then I was like, okay, fine. I need to start, you know, looking into it. এখন যেহেতু বুঝলাম I have hit rock bottom, I need to look into it. Actually, কি হলো আমার সাথে? এটা হচ্ছে গিয়ে ঈদের কিছুদিন পরে, আর the entire time ঈদ সব কিছু হলো, and you know, everything was fine, back to normal. But of course, that was in my head. And কিছুদিন পরে I was like, okay, fine, let's just, you know, think it through. What really went wrong that day? And I started studying. And I have this thing, for those of you who don't know, আমি কোনো একটা টপিক আসলে বা মাথায় ঢুকলে, I try to get to the root of it. Like, I was never a good student, but these are the things I really study. Like, you know, whatever it is, like, you know, a topic comes in my head, I just, you know, research on it. And I started looking into mental health and depression, and I was like, you know, am I really a depressing person? Like, you know, am I a sad person? I needed these answers. Like, you know, even if I say that I'm a happy person, আমার ওই মোমেন্টে আমাকে নিজেকে নিজের ভ্যালিডেট করতে হতো, right? So I started looking for all these. And then fast forward, I came to a point where I was like, বুঝছি ভাই, it's the people. At the end of the day, it's the people. দেশটা খুব ভালো. It's the people who's fucked up. I love my country, but I have a huge issue with our people. Not every people, but if you're smart enough, you know the people I'm talking about. They're crazy, man. It took the headache, man. And it's always about people. Nature does not make a person sad. It's people. It's always people. And I was like, আমাদের এখানে এত টক্সিক, আমার দেশ থেকে বাইরে হতে হবে. And I had the visa for Malaysia. My brother was living in Malaysia back then. I just got the ticket and I flew. I had multiple entries, right? I flew from the airport. I did not enter From after reaching Malaysia, I flew to Bali because I did not even want to meet him. I just needed time for myself. Like I had my phones, but no cell phones, no internet. I mailed at my work that I'm not gonna be there because I just needed some me time because it was high time, to nourish my brain, to take care of myself because people failed to take care of me. I had to take care of myself. I went to Bali and I was just, I was there for 4 or 5 days, all by myself. I went to Canggu, I went to Seminyak, Uluwatu, and I started exploring things that I always saw but never really paid heed as much, which was doing yoga and the best thing of all, meditation. Holy crap, thank God for meditation. That changed my life. It took me 18 days. আমার 18 দিন লাগলো মেডিটেশনকে মানে পারফেক্টলি মেডিটেট করতে, বিকজ আমি আগে পারতাম না, বিকজ চোখ বন্ধ করলে সব কিছু মাথায় এসে যায়. সো I was like, I started meeting people, and this time the good people, the people who are not friends, but they're the real ones, man. They had a very good impact. I started meeting some different people, and I started exploring new things. A friend from Australia, he introduced me to the app Headspace. Highly recommended and not sponsored, yo. Headspace really helped me. Then I came across this guy, Vishen Lakhiani. He has a meditation which is the 6 phases, right? It's a guided meditation, and I don't know, man. I just want to thank that guy, man. I'm gonna give the link below if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're listening to me, guys, just head over to YouTube and all that. Sort that out. I just want to tell the story today. So yeah, he really helped me, and আমি তখন meditate করতাম ফাটায়, and it took me 18 days to be able to get the whole thing right, and life really changed. Life became very good because I came to the point when I realized you are on your own. We all know that, but reality check dorkar maje maje, or else we end up expecting, and expectation leads to disappointment, right? So I have made a list of things so that I don't miss out. So the first things I stopped doing, 3 things. One, I stopped taking Xannies because আমি তখন I would have Xanny just to relax my muscle and just to chill, because that was my gateway. And then I was like, okay, no more Xannies. I don't need substance. I gotta do this on my own. I gotta self-heal, man. It's possible. It's freaking possible. Like এখন আমার হাসি আসে শুনে, there are some people who go like, I need a cigarette in the morning because that helps me poo in the morning. You can do that naturally, dude. It's all in your mind over matter, dude. So I was like, I need to really clean up, detox my body, detox my brain, I have to detox completely, A to Z. I stopped taking Xannies. I straight up eliminated people যাদের থেকে আমি নেগেটিভ এনার্জি পেতাম, and I stopped making YouTube videos. আমি the last episode বলছিলাম যে লাইক কেন কারোর জন্য ভিডিও বানাবো যে মর্যাদা দেয় না ওইভাবে, রাইট? And now why I really stopped it, because it was too much to handle. Like khali I did not want all this crap. So these are the 3 things I stopped, and I started meditation. Like I said, I started writing, not typing, because I figured out if you type, you know it. If you write with your hand, you remember it. And I wanted to remember things. And I got some tattoos, and I got 4 tattoos. The first one is it's a semicolon. For those of you who don't know, a semicolon tattoo represents people who saved themselves from knocking off for good. Because I don't know who, but someone was writing and he ended the story with a period, but that's when he realized that the story must go on. So he converted the period into a semicolon and he continued writing the story. And that's exactly what I did. I did not stop it, I continued, and here I am today. So that was a semicolon. Then I have positive energy, and then I have uh, an hourglass. It's also infinity, and then there's an arrow because life is gonna pull you back, but when it shoots you, you go towards your aim. So I call these my real life notifications, right? And these tattoos are not for people; these are for me, and it's helping. It helped me. Like I'm a bhalo lage. Like these are like reminders. So it's just here. This helped me. I found new things to do. I started doing new things. Like কিছু করার না থাকলেও I would find something new and I would just work on it. I started becoming more organized. An app I used, which was a minimalist, because that guy was all over the place. So I would just, even the smallest detail, I would just type it down on my phone so that everything is scheduled. Like routine টাকে আমি just ঠিক করে ফেললাম. And I got rid of every clutter. এই রুমে কিন্তু সব কিছু হলো. You see right now it's all white and it's there's not too much. একটা টাইমে এখানে গিট গিট করতো সব কিছু because it was একটা স্তূপ ছিল সব কিছুর. আমি যে সব ক্লাটার শিফট ডিলিট করলাম লাইফ থেকে, একদম কন্ট্রোলে আনলাম. সেটা হচ্ছে আমার স্ক্রিন টাইম. অ্যান্ড স্ক্রিন টাইম বেসিক্যালি মিনস আমার the time I would spend on device. Because every morning we wake up and we spend so much time just by doing this, just by scrolling our feed, just by seeing what other people are doing in life. How is that adding value in our life? I mean, what is this? This is only FOMO, fear of missing out. This is not adding any value, right? So I mean, Apple has this feature. It's called downtime, which really helped. Like I set it to 2 hours if I'm not wrong. যে ওভারঅল অল টুগেদার 24 ঘন্টার ভিতরে 2 ঘন্টা সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া আমার চলবে, তারপরে ইটস জাস্ট ব্লকড, চাইলেও ঢুকতে পারবো না. অ্যান্ড ইউ জাস্ট হ্যাভ টু স্টে ট্রু টু ইয়োর সেলফ. ইউ ক্যান অবভিয়াসলি stop the feature, but you don't do that. That's the whole point. And I would go to sleep by 12, wake up by 6. I would have green tea with honey and lemon every morning. So basically I started petting myself. I started just taking care of myself simply, and it helped. It really helped. Now let me just tell you straight up, what are the things that I do right now in order to keep it up. What I do is nothing crazy. It's something very simple, and it's wonderful. I just continue doing what I have been doing. I take care of myself. I am even when I'm being lazy, even when I'm slacking, mentally I am very sorted. All right, I am very sorted. And I remember back in the days when I had a public Facebook profile, I gave just a second. Sorry. Back in the day when I had a public profile, I gave a status that if anyone is suffering from depression, you can talk to me. And that one status really helped some people, I guess. And then through word of mouth, they told their friend, and I don't really know how did it spread, but I've been getting a lot of DMs and messages, and right now I check my Instagram often, where people knock me for things that's upsetting them, and I've got some I get crazy stories, man. I get crazy stories. Just একটা বলবো, obviously not the whole story. One girl knocked me and she sent me voice messages where, you know, একটা suffocating একটা কান্না থাকে না, ফুপায় ফুপায় কাঁদা, you're not being able to cry but you want to scream and cry. And she was like, I'll just tell you the gist. She got uh, raped by her chacha, and when she told her parents slapped her and blamed her, and uh, they thought she was bullshitting. Don't want to get into much details, but yeah, I've been hearing crazy stories, and guys, depression is a thing. You know, we don't acknowledge global warming. We don't acknowledge depression, but seriously, please do. It's high time. Mental health is a thing. All right, and it's completely fine if you're feeling bad, if you need to talk to someone. It's just fine. All right, আমার এই পুরা ভিডিওটার পডকাস্টার একটাই সোল পারপাস আজকে, যে আমার sorry, my main intention was to let people know that if there's someone who's going through a bad time, I don't care about others, please, I just want to let you know that I am there for you. I am here for you. DM me, message me. I'm not much active on Facebook, but I mean Instagram dekhi every now and then, and obviously I don't respond to the messages which are not worth responding. Like, no, right, stupid shit, right? Like hi, hello, and stupid stuff. I go reply that it's not worth the time. But if you want to get to me with some serious issues, like, and if you want to just talk to me, I'm there. I don't judge. I'm very neutral, and I feel you, so I'll hear you out. And I don't know, maybe I will be able to help you. I would love to help you. And don't get me wrong, আমি একদম শুরুতেই যেটা বললাম, because since I experienced it myself, I know যে এই টাইমগুলোতে কেউ sympathy চায় না. People need empathy. They want to be heard. They want to just speak up, you know. They'll just puke everything that's inside, and you just have to be a good listener. So yeah, just, you know, reach out to me, reach out to anyone who you think will hear you out. If you need professional help, go for it. Get the right counselor, psychiatrist, psychologist, whichever you need, because আমাদের এক একজনের problem is different from one another. So yeah, and before I leave, I just wanna, so this is something I wrote. I don't write. আমি লাস্ট এপিসোডে এটা বলছিলাম যে I don't write. আমার মধ্যে ওই 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 হ্যাবিটটা নাই যে লাইক, ইউ নো, এক সিটিং আমি পুরো একটা কিছু লিখে ফেলবো. I wrote 3 or 4 pieces. This is the first one that I've ever written, and এটা I wrote this after my face. All right, I'm gonna read it out. Can you put yourself in my shoes? My shoes now ugly, but when I got it, it wasn't the same. What made it so fugly is a game called fame. My life has been beautiful, but it's always not the same. My days are at times darker than the night. My nights are often sleepless as I fight. I fight with the voices, but I don't know who they are. They taunt, they haunt, they burn me, bring me down. I don't know them, yet they affect me. It gets inside somehow. All I tried was to entertain, as I love to make people laugh, but they found fault in me, hated me miserably, showered me with hate when all I craved was some love. At times I was wrong, without which I wouldn't learn, but even when I wasn't wrong, their emotions were still firm. I wish they would meet me, chill with me, to know who I really am. That's when they'd understand that even after all these, I would still consider them as my fam. They didn't think how my family would feel when they were spreading all the crap about me, all this hate towards me in the cloud, pinched, poked, and embarrassed my family. For me, I take it all on me. I'm sorry. I don't know, I haven't hustled anyone, yet I'm the victim of their tease. But bro, do you get it? I didn't really sign up for any of these. I wonder, what have I done to you? How can I be friends with you? Give me a chance, bro. I promise I'm gonna show you something new. I stood in front of the mirror and I couldn't face myself. Do you even know how you made me feel every day? Please ask yourself. When you threw all those harsh words at me, a lot of you laughed, but nobody called me to ask me, how am I taking it? Am I alright? How do I feel? So many of you are concerned about how I live my life, but how many of you care? How am I doing? Am I even alive? I'm draining all my energy to satisfy you, which you never see, trying to be someone that I could never be, and when I'm gone, trust me, you will remember me. Enough with the criticize, take in all the positive vibe. You'll feel a sensation that I cannot describe. Free your mind and feel the vibe. Subscribe to Good Vibes Only. Do you know I was gonna kill myself one day? For you. Yes, for you. I'm not trying to make you feel guilty, but I was gonna take my life for you, cyberbully. But hey, guess what? I'm stronger than what you think. I picked myself up every time you tried to make me sink. I'm blessed with some friends who were there when I frowned. Well, some of them ignored me, but the real ones were always around. Worked out meditation without any hesitation, smoked my recreation, love was my inspiration, pushed my dedication, achieved pure integration despite all the provocation. I'm rebuilding my reputation. No more of the suffocation, surrender to contemplation. Can you really feel my sensation? No more hate, that's just salvation. As I speak, I'm living my best life and I want to make you a part of it. I don't really care if you despise me. We can still be friends. Believe me.